And what we've been playing the last two, guys battling in the D zone and getting pucks behind their D man and forcing the issue in their end. So it was good to get back to our game.
How satisfying is it after a game like this when you other than one mistake with Stamkos as a team, you pretty much shut down their stars?
Yeah, it's a good feeling when you can shut down. They've obviously got a lot of talent on their end of the ice. Backy made some big saves for us when we did have a few breakdowns, but overall we were pretty solid defensively tonight.
Thanks, Drew.
Yeah.
They were shooting a lot of pucks early from wide angles. And, there's some second opportunities, and it's just I think it made it look a lot worse than it actually was. So we were comfortable, and we were in our element. We knew exactly what we were doing, and I think the big thing for us was sticking with it. On first intermission, was just about it's about sticking with it, sticking with the plan, and just tightening up a couple areas, and away we went.
And that has been the problem the last couple of games. Is almost not staying with the process of getting the W.
Yeah, letting a couple of bad bounces or a couple of things that don't go our way early, kind of getting to us a little bit too much, and I think. We've kind of reverted back to the way we've been playing, the 12, 13 previous games, and just, we're unflappable. So.
What did you guys do that you did seem to break their 1-3-1? You had very little trouble getting through the neutral zone.
Just rimming pucks. There's one guy waiting for soft chips, so if we could rim it, it makes it hard for him to go back and get it. So we were trying to rim pucks as much as possible, trying to beat their first forward, and then.
Games the best of us, and just want to go out there and play our game and don't worry about the outcome. Just work on our game, and we played a solid 60 minutes today.
Jackie, how important was it for you to really bounce back the way you were on fire before you took the 10 days off?
Yeah, for sure. It was nice to go there and help the team, and for sure, yesterday was a tough game. Not just the outcome, it was a pretty emotional game, and to leave that behind and go out there and as a team work together to that was huge.
You say emotional game just because it was such a lousy game?
It's the thing before the game.
Yeah, okay. I got you.
Did you sort of feel pretty good from the start? Did you feel like this would be something where you're seeing the puck pretty well?
Yeah, I felt okay. Go out there and you can't think too much. It's hockey. A lot of things happen. You just to rely on yourself, work hard, and play your own game, and the rest will take care of
it. Big smile.
Yeah. No, very. We talked about this morning that. Most important thing for us is obviously we want to win the game, but most important thing for us was to come here and play a 60-minute game and play our game. Structure-wise, system-wise, execution-wise, and battle level-wise, and there was clearly a strong focus and a great job by our guys to bring that attitude to the rink.
It looked like you had really little trouble getting through their vaunted 1-3-1 with a lot of pretty good puck placement on rims.
Yeah, well, that's that. I think the biggest key with that, and I give our guys a lot of credit for that, is you have to accept that it's going to be a hard game. That's the kind of game that it's going to be. You're not going to be able to just dance through the neutral zone and make pretty plays. You have to accept that that's what it's going to be, and you have to stay with that game plan. And you have to force them to keep going back. You have to force them to keep dealing with your forecheck. And the thing is, it's not going to be perfect every time too, which makes it difficult. There are going to be times where you do what you're supposed to do, and they still get the puck out, and next thing you know, you're back checking. But you keep staying with that game and stay with that game, and eventually, more often than not, they'll crack. I'm not saying Tampa Bay. I'm talking about us and finding our game and playing our game. If we're doing the right things, then as the game gets on, we should get stronger, and I thought we did that tonight.
The Brodziak, Powell, Johnson line just did a masterful job on them. What did they do to basically nullify their?
They're just, attention to detail every shift, managing the puck the right way, And I think more than anything else, it's just a battle level and it's a will. I mean, those guys were winning their battles tonight, and when they were in D zone coverage, you know, whether it was down low or even if the puck ended up top, they were blocking shots and they were paying a price tonight.
It's the second time this month guys bounced back from a couple of rough losses, you know, with a win. I guess, what does that sort of say to you about this team?
Yeah, well, that's what you have to do. That's what you have to do, and I know that we have guys that cared. I mean, we had a tough loss last game, and it wasn't because we didn't care. What was important for us today was to come back and you know, get back to our game. And you know, again, I said it after the last game that, you know, sometimes sometimes you're not, things don't go the right way. But all we can control is ourselves and how we go out and perform and play our game and do it our way. And more often than not, if we do that, then the right result will happen for us. But, you know, again, it's just these are the learning curves that we have to have right now as far as building our game and that consistency in our game and making sure that, you know, when things are going well from game to game or even through the course of the game, that we just stay with our game. And tonight was a good example of that. 5-on-5, going back with Clutterbuck on that Koivu line. What made you do that, and how big on shorthanded? How big was that? Yeah, that was unbelievable. Great. I thought that after that goal, man, we really started to. I mean, the crowd got into it. The crowd was rocking, and we started really getting some momentum from that point on. You know, and just as far as just to give a little bit of new life, a little bit of a new look to both lines. And I thought that Clutter did a good job up there, and I thought Seto did a good job as well with Cully. So I thought both guys looked energized by that change. How much did Lundin and Zannon's, you know, a lot. Infusion, yeah, I thought both guys were really good, considering the amount of time that they missed. And you know, I thought that both of them got stronger as the game went on, and both of them looked in control. Both of them looked like they had a good grasp of the way that we want to play the game, and very impressive from both those guys. Well, I'm sorry.
With moving Clutter to the top line, how much of that is recognizing the way a guy is playing, and then how much of it also is thinking, well, this is what he can also bring to that line?
Yeah, it's a combination of both for sure. I mean, Clutter has been, you know, I actually thought about this the other night. I'm kind of disappointed myself that I haven't talked about him more, because I've just been really, really impressed with him. You know, starting from the way he came into camp in much better shape this year. He's worked really hard to put himself in a position to have a good season this year, and he's a really important part of our team for a lot of years to come. He's a guy that's real tough to play against. And he's a guy that I have an awful lot of confidence in, that he's just going to go out and play the way that we want him to play, and he's demonstrated that right from day one. Backstrom, there was no doubt that you were coming back with him. No doubt. No, yeah. I mean, he's been so good for us this year that he deserves that opportunity to bounce back after a game like that, and what a bounce back game. He was terrific.
Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, guys.